Oh. Oh.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Problematic Podcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood co-host Rita with my friendly neighborhood co-host Whitney. Whitney, who is fresh off vacation, newly tanned, looking like $1,000,000. How
I
are
feel
you?
it.
How was your trip?
Oh, glorious, glorious.
I like to hear.
9 Black women just vibing in the islands, eating fruit, eating on a catamaran, jumping in
Mm,
waters and
come on,
swimming with fish
catamaran.
and turtles and trying not to take people's husbands.
Oh,
Not me.
you
No,
know what?
not I. No, not me. Other people.
Your homegirls was out here trying to take people's
They are fine
husbands.
as hell.
I saw the pictures. I will support that notion.
Fine as hell. Every single
Whitney
one of them.
is not lying. That
My
is a
line
fact.
sisters are gorgeous.
That it was a collection of bad bitches on the
A
catamaran.
collection
And
of
a
Not
collection.
collection of
A
bad bitches on a
gathering, a
catamaran.
gaggle of bad bitches on a catamaran.
Just, just so fine. I'm just looking like,
Look at you guys.
look at us. 18 years later, it's still fine.
And is
And it is.
and is.
Already started planning for the 20th because clearly 20 years
Yeah, you
of
should.
being
You
line
guys
sisters.
should go back and do
Hmm
like another place.
Yeah, I think that's
Bigger,
exactly what we're
better,
going to do. We're just
funner,
gonna island
more
hop.
catamarans.
We're just gonna keep island hopping because we could do that. We got our we're passport gals,
Not pet. You know what, Whitney?
not the
Would it be?
passport bros, the passport
No,
gals.
I know. Y'all go
Nah,
out and
middle
take
fingers
people's
up to them.
husbands.
No,
Husbands.
we're not going,
That's
no.
that's what I'm telling everybody. Hide
Mm-mm.
your husbands.
I promise you not to worry about me. I'm not the one to worry about.
I believe it, but I synced your sister and they
I feel
look
like the
like they
trip
would
mom.
give people a hard time, is
Oh,
all I'm
listen,
saying.
hell, you hear me? You should have seen us all when we went to dinner. There's this beautiful restaurant. We went to Barbados, by the way, guys. There's this beautiful restaurant on the island called the Tides, or Tides, just Tides. If you ever have a chance to go to Barbados, go to Tides. It's their fancy restaurant, but we spent like maybe $70 US
Oh,
on
nice.
like like on our meals and stuff like that. So like it was excellent food, really great service. You have a party of 6 or more, you get a free like rosé.
Come on, bottles.
Listen, yeah, at the table. So I was like, oh,
I'm
all
here for
right. And we felt
I'm here
fancy.
for this.
Everybody's so cute. And there's no like indoor seat, like it's all indoors, but it's like the view opens up to the ocean. And so you just see all these boats bobbing up and down in the ocean and catamarans and various other boats going by, people just having a great time. There's a boardwalk right there. It was just such a beautiful experience. But yeah, we were causing some people some grief and some trouble. I'm glad we scheduled dinner early before
I'm
the
glad.
dates started coming because
I'm glad.
them women, oh, oh, there's magic with those women. My God,
I love it. It sounds
I'm a
like you had a
fan.
great time.
Yeah, we had a really, really good time. I also learned that I'm a fast swimmer.
I could
Nothing
have told you
happened.
that, but
I never think of
you're
we
like a
have been
dolphin
swimming
in the
before.
water.
I am, but I love it. But I forget. I realized that a lot of my line sisters don't know how to swim, and
Okay.
we were just playing in the pool, and I'm tall, so I'm like, there's like a little bit of a deep end. It wasn't even like that big of a deep end. It was like a little bit, and it was like maybe 5 feet. So like all of my poor front end of
Short
the line,
friends.
they had to stay in the shallow, stay in the 4 feet and up. Um, but we were just playing around just to see, just to swim. And I got under the water and I
Mm-mm,
do my thing. And I
mm-mm.
peek up. I'm like, I'm already halfway through the pool.
Yeah, they not fucking around with you, and I don't blame them. Whitney Phelps, you're on
You're
your own.
you're not funny.
You're on
But I
your
also
own.
was brave. I jumped off the catamaran and
Ooh,
swam to the beach.
oh,
Yeah, yeah. There were
okay.
fish and things, and
I like Olympic trial Whitney. You're out here doing the athleticism. She
don't
did the
don't lie to people.
athletics.
Please don't lie to people.
That's what I'm
I like
hearing.
to swim. I like to swim. I like to break the stereotypes of Black people don't swim. Hmm.
I, I love it. So I want to know what you guys were listening to on your trip. See what I did there?
Girl, we listened to so much. It was between 90s, like rap and R&B.
Okay.
Tyler,
Okay. The
lots of
ladies,
Tyler.
ladies love, ladies on vacation love Tyler.
I mean, it's all these
Yeah,
tropics.
it works.
Um, and then Thames was very popular.
Fan, big fan.
Thames was very popular. But when I got back,
Oh boy.
that Megan lady got me.
Yes, Megan dropped an album.
I've been walking around the house just going, Watashi wa star.
Megan, I'm such a huge supporter of Megan. I just love how she is just bouncing back in the face of adversity, all of that loss, all of that turmoil, all of those court dates.
Hmm.
And just to see her go on tour and have a great time. And she's on tour with Glorilla, who is actually who I've been listening to.
Glory, hallelujah.
Yes. Why is that her real name? Glorilla's real name being Gloria Hallelujah is
And she really loves him. She really loves the
I
Lord.
just know her grandma named her that
Oh,
because who
absolutely. Glory, hallelujah.
names a child who looks a baby in their face and be like, her name is Gloria Hallelujah.
Gloria, hallelujah. Yes. Hmm.
Oh my God. But yeah,
Absolutely.
she's got a song out called TGIF, and I think most people
Yes.
heard about it after
It's not just
Rihanna.
about the grief.
Yes.
I ain't
Uh
got no, and no, ain't got me.
she said, I ain't got no nigga. And
That's
a
what she
nigga ain't
said.
and that it's important to state both.
Both.
Stating that you don't have a man.
Hmm.
And on top of that, a man ain't got you
Listen, clarity.
is important. Open
Clarity.
communication saves
Hmm.
lives.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Hmm.
most people, the song was popular when she released it. She released a video for it,
Hmm.
and she's on tour with Megan Thee Stallion. But then Rihanna decided, in the privacy of her own home,
Doing a photography shoot.
to rap the lyrics to her baby daddy ASAP Rocky, all of the lyrics. Looking your baby dad in the face, who you are madly in love with, and saying, I ain't got no nigga and no nigga ain't got me. He's just standing there staring at her.
With
And
his
when she was
hands on his
done,
hips. I was like, oh, a meme.
yes.
A meme.
When she was done, he was like, I am too old for this shit. No, you're not, Mr. Rakim, Mr. Rocky, sir.
Oh,
Seeing Rihanna have a good time makes me happy. I know I ain't getting no damn music, but
no, you're not getting no. No.
I'll
Mm-mm.
take what I can get
You
from
know what?
these.
I think by the time we finally give up, she's gonna drop the album.
I have given up.
Just like a troll.
I have given up. I just her, Frank Ocean, Miguel. Fuck
Yeah,
y'all. All of
yeah.
y'all. I'm
They're
done
not
with
giving
all of
you anything
y'all.
else. But you know what you go get from Rihanna? Hair products.
You know who also owes me another album now? At least a solo album? Bruno Mars, you are not low.
Oh,
Where's my fucking music, Bruno? Right now.
she's grabbing everybody by the
Because
lapels.
where the
Like
fuck is it?
she wants her
Silk
music.
Sonic was nice and we appreciate that. But
It
it's
was fun.
been a lot of time since 24 Karat Magic.
It was a fun jaunt. Speaking of Megan, did you see that she
Uh-oh.
opened the BET Awards?
No, I did not.
Looking fine as hell. That woman.
God was took his time.
Listen,
He
and
took his
she took
time.
some more time in the gym. And I didn't know that you can get exponentially finer
But she
because she was
doing it.
already fine.
She's doing
She
it.
was already fine. I'm like, girl, like
And then
what
the
a
thing
masterpiece.
I'm not a huge wig fan. They look very hot. But every time she comes out with one of her, like she does the white wig, the gray
Hmm.
wig, the purple, she makes those wigs look very, 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 very good. And
The glam team is glamming.
yeah, doing the damn thing. Her nails always
Hmm.
match her hair. I'm like, oh, it must be so exhausting to sit through all of that. But God bless
I
and
think she's
keep
having a
making.
great time.
I think she is having the 2024 that she deserves, and I'm
Listen,
happy for her.
the fact that the BET Awards started with Taraji P. Henson,
Well, her
par
fine ass. Sorry.
also fine, parodying Not Like Us, and then Megan opening up with Hiss. Drake is never coming back. He's never coming back from this. He's never coming back from this. Hiss and Not Like Us. in the first like 5 minutes.
I'm
No.
gonna say something very problematic. You about
Oh,
to be
whoa.
mad at me. So he's
What?
got a song out. Is it Camila Cabello? Cabello?
Oh, she's a racist.
Okay, I didn't know that. Oh,
She's
is
a
she?
racist. Yeah,
Nobody told me. I can't keep up with the kids.
didn't she say something like horrible about Normani?
I
Hold
don't
on.
know. Did she? Okay,
This is
so
what
now,
Google is for. Hold on,
so
children.
now,
Let's
oh,
see.
so while and
Camille.
while I damn while you do your research. I was going to say that she came out with a song featuring Drake called Hot Uptown, and I heard it, and I did not, I thought it was a Drake song because I guess I heard it when Drake was performing. I was like, okay, Drake's got a little summer bop, boppity bop. This is the lane he should stay in, like Lil Wayne told him, stay away from the gangster shit because it's not for you.
It's not for you.
But now that you're saying that this young lady is problematic, now I can't like the song anymore, and I
I mean,
have to
it's
hate.
on BBC. That's like
That's
official.
official. That is the for
God
those who are listening, if you ever want
dang.
reliable, the most reliable cable news source that you can lean on is the BBC. It is the British news broadcast, and it is not to say that it's free from political polarity, but it's not as left or right leaning because Americans aren't the ones doing the reporting. So
Well,
it's a
yeah, well,
little less
hello.
biased, but
They're
I love
they're
the
invested
BBC.
in the fall of the
Yes,
American Empire.
yes. I mean that's fair.
You know, the Brits. They
Uh,
still have that thing.
I really want to touch on this debate because while you were out
Oh no.
tanning your thighs,
Oh no. Yes, I told you I
the
was gonna have my legs out.
the
See?
ended. I saw the photograph. I
In the group
saw
chat. In the
photographs,
group chat,
baby.
like I promised.
Whitney was outside naked. Oh,
Not naked.
and she deserves.
Swimsuits.
Okay, yeah, we'll call them swimsuits. They were very nice. They were very nice. You looked great in them, girl. I was like, wow, a baddie. I love that. I love
Wow.
it. I love it.
Good night, everyone.
No, no, but while you were out here tanning your ankles and
Thank
being
God.
your luxurious self, the rest of the so can I say this real quick? I don't know if
Mm-mm.
I said it on this podcast,
Mm-mm.
but I was talking to my wife and I was talking to my wife's friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I said weeks ago that this debate, especially so early in the year, is an awful idea.
Yeah.
I said Biden has nothing to gain from this early debate.
No.
Trump has everything to gain from this early debate. The man just came out as a felon. Why
Full
would you
felon.
give him an opportunity to sway
Mm-mm.
public opinion when he's already been convicted as a felon? The best thing I feel like the Biden,
Don't talk to him.
if anybody would like to hire me as their campaign strategist, I am
Pay her
free
a
and
lot too.
available.
Pay
But
her a lot.
I said weeks ago when they announced the early debate, I said, this is the earliest debate we've ever had. Biden's mental acuity is already on the slide and people have talked about it. Why would you, as a campaign strategist, choose to put that on display? One, and choose to put it on display earlier. Two, three, put it on display when Trump is literally in the largest slump that he's had after being convicted of 34 felony
34 of them.
counts.
34 of
You
them.
should not give
Mm-mm.
your opponent an opportunity after he had a horrible month to
Mm-mm.
have a better month.
Mm-mm.
Joe Biden looked like someone put him in a can, closed the lid, shook him up, and
Shook him
then
up.
dumped him on the stage, spun him around
Wasn't
six
feeling
times.
good.
He didn't look for okay.
He wasn't feeling well.
Whitney. The
Mm-mm.
debate started at 9 p.m. It was an East Coast debate. I believe they were in Atlanta. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe so.
Trump is in his 70s, Biden is in his 80s.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is 40 years old. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I've said it. I don't think she listens to this podcast enough to
Oh,
catch me in this.
neither one of our partners listens to this
It's
show.
it's it's fine.
The support. Thank you, guys.
She goes to bed at 8:45 p.m. I
Yes.
think any man over 68 should be in bed by 9,
Yeah.
not debating on stage.
You
All
know.
Trump had to do to be successful in this debate is not be loud and super obnoxious. And he still managed to be super obnoxious and
He
lie a
can't help
lot.
himself.
But he was more reserved than we've ever seen this man in the face of an opponent. And it's not that he did a great job debating, it's just the fact that Joe Biden looked sleepy. He looked like he needed a snack.
He wasn't well.
He he struggles with stuttering. We've all known that. But he is a man who used to stutter, conquered his stuttering, but he's gotten older. There's no reason why a man in his 80s should
Nope.
take an early opportunity to
Nope.
stand on a stage
Nope.
for 90 minutes
Absolutely
across from a loudmouth and look that old. I said that weeks ago. I said nothing good comes of this debate. Why would they do it so early? If anything, I would be trying to get out of all debates until election time. But nobody listened to me. And now I got to watch memes of Joe Biden looking like he's staring off into space. Whitney.
I would like to concentrate on the black jobs.
Fucking hate you.
I would like to talk about the black jobs.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Because I told you this election cycle has me in anxiety and an anxiety inducing spiral. And so I choose joy. And I would like to talk about some black jobs.
Okay.
That nobody could steal. Because first of all, I'm not, me personally, I've never been concerned about an immigrant of any kind coming to steal my black job when I have multi-billionaires who will end my job and then talk about record profits. I'm just going to sit that right there. I've never been afraid of an immigrant. I've always been afraid of a rich white man in a suit. I just want to put that out there. But black jobs is a very important topic. And I don't think that we've ever broached this topic before about very specific black jobs that belong in the African and African American, African diasporic community. So here we go.
Let's go. There's
whomever starts the electric slide. Whoever starts it, that's a black ass job. Uncles who are on the grill, who grill everything to perfection.
Black
with ass a hat. Job. Wait, stipulations, because you gotta have the hat.
There are rules.
You have to have the leather sandals. And bonus points if you have brown liquor in your hand.
Come on, somebody. Black ass job.
You could taste how good the food is. Like just thinking about that, right? How much more time do we have?
We got plenty of time because there's a list. I've got a couple of my own, but
I'm gonna hear yours.
Okay. Black grandmother babysitting. One of my absolute favorites. Somebody said that being sexy red is a black job, and I said, you're not fucking wrong. Also, being a Tyler Perry actor or actress is a black ass job.
I'm sorry, I gotta throw sexy red away. No, because first of all, I don't need, when I have Gloria Hallelujah Woods sitting right there, I don't know if that's even her last name.
I know her first name is Gloria and her middle name is Hallelujah.
I know if her last name is Woods. I just have to call her Woods. But I don't need sexy red. I don't need a Trump supporter who has no idea what the hell she's talking about. No. That one lady that always asks why that baby don't have no coat on.
That's a black ass job. Absolutely a black ass job. Selling plates. It's a black ass job.
Black ass job.
Club promoter with the face on the flyer.
Black ass job.
Also a black ass job. Let's see. Potato salad maker.
Thank you. Okay, we're on one accord.
Black ass job.
Black ass job. Whoever, make sure we don't cut the name on the birthday cake. Black ass job.
That's a black job.
Folks who help you take out your braids.
Black job.
My
wife had a black job today. She helped me take out my box braids. She was cracking through them too, baby. She is so good at this shit.
Hammering them out.
Somebody said, for the sports fans out there, being the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers is a black ass job.
Black ass job.
And they are not fucking wrong. Shout out to Tomlin. T-shirt maker was another one.
That's a good one.
Church usher.
That's another one.
Sneaker plug.
Absolutely a black ass. Whoever starts that seasoned clap, whether in church or wherever we're at, Whoever starts the season to clap, and you know
The
which one.
the congregant in the congregation who pull out the tambourine,
That one.
black job.
No, no, no. Earl said this one. He said that lady who always has the church candy that she guards like the nuclear codes.
Yes. Yes. Black jobs. Ladies and gentlemen.
The only auntie who's allowed to make the mac and cheese at Thanksgiving. Exclusive, top tier black ass job. See, now we got to break them into tiers.
There are tiers. There are
has
Kool-Aid maker.
black ass job because there has to be enough diabetes in there.
Yes. And it's a very fine, it's easy to go over and it's too easy to go under.
Right. There's a line. It's fine, but it's there. Wait, keeper of the plastic bag archive?
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
That is a black ass
It is a
job.
black ass job. It's a little too black for me. That's very black. I was reading this list. Somebody said being Boosie, the rapper, is a black ass job. And I was like,
trash.
why are y'all?
He also can go in the trash.
Why
I'm sorry, we don't throw people out. We're being problematic.
We can't throw people out? Damn.
Whoever is keeping the big white Bible people in business.
Yeah, if your family, if your grandma don't have a big ass white Bible where she keep all them new baby names in it, is she even your grandma?
Also the keeper of the funeral programs.
Yes. Whoever pass out them programs, the obituaries,
the
black ass, the obituaries. Because listen.
We never say the O in obituary.
Whitney, you have never seen someone take their unofficial job more. You ever tried to ask one of them ladies for a second obituary?
No, you don't get one.
And they give you a quiz on who the fuck is getting the second obituary?
Yeah, you don't get any more.
No.
No, the person who has all of them from like 1962 down, like everybody's program. Everybody's program.
Not the program.
Whoever has all the photo albums at their house, just default. Black ass job. What else?
Pitbull. Whoever clips the pit bull's ears, I want that person fired.
Fired. Leave them dogs alone.
Cutting on them damn dogs. I don't like that.
Whoever coordinates the swag surf.
Me. It's my black ass job.
It is you. Wait. Hold on. The person who is keeping track of who all gonna be over there.
Listen, I got a friend. Her name is Anita. That is her job. She takes it very seriously, and she keeps a running total of who all going to be over there. She updates every 3 days. Has the count changed? Do I need to add people of who all is going to be over there? Who gonna be
all over there?
Because that is a very real job. That is.
I have a serious one.
Oh boy.
Whoever created the healing restorative combination, my, of ginger ale. The Price is Right, and saltines when we were sick as children. My. Listen, the Lord's work. The Lord's work. Black job.
Selling plates.
100%.
It's a black job.
100%.
I have never seen a white person sell a plate.
Or water.
Come on, Whitney. I spent an hour laughing at this damn list.
Listen, I made my own. I had to make my own. It was just me and he, like on the way back. I'm just like typing, thumbs just going.
I love it. I absolutely love it. The discourse that came, we say it all the time. Black people will make a joke out of anything.
Oh, we are the most unserious people.
Motherfucking thing funny about that debate. And I watched the whole thing and it was horrific from start. Watching Joe just shake with his mouth open and stare blankly, and it was nothing. God was not pleased with the debate.
Neither were the liberals.
Having that orange man say that the immigrants were coming to take our black jobs. And I had to look around. Who black jobs? My black jobs? And you colored people jumped right into action.
Wait. So I've seen there's a rash of videos on TikTok by Mexican Americans.
Yes.
They are literally making this into a massive joke. They're like, we're coming to steal some black people's jobs.
It's why would he say that, Whitney?
And We're all looking at each other like dapping each other up like that's a good joke.
But why did that
Because
crazy ass orange man say that?
the funny thing is like you don't like either group. So why are you even bringing us up? First of all. Second of all,
Leave my
black
black ass
people
out
and
of it.
Mexican people don't have no beef with each other. So
We
we're
do
just looking.
not.
You're talking to the wrong group, sir. You need to talk to your the maggots over there.
Again, it's the racist dog whistles that he has been known for. But
Mm.
I blame whoever said yes to a early debate over at Joe
Oh,
Biden's camp. Because why would you let a man fresh out of a conviction talk to you on stage about any
mm-mm.
fucking
You
thing?
don't have anything to talk to me about.
But
No. You know what it
nobody.
was? It was
No.
pride and ego. It's
Yeah,
pride and
no.
ego. Like, how dare you even like it was like a duel. I'll challenge
Like
you to a duel. It
that
was
man hasn't
stupid.
even picked his vice presidential candidate yet. Why are we giving him a platform
It
to
was
talk to us?
ridiculous, completely ridiculous. And I just this this season of America is just God, trailer park trash juice, just gross, yuck, ew. Like this season of America is just there's a new Ronald Reagan movie coming out where it
Wait,
like glorifies freaking Ronald Reagan.
who asked for that?
You know who. It wasn't
Okay.
us.
All
Listen.
right.
Um, what did Huey say on the Boondocks? Ronald Reagan was the devil. 666 Ronald Rich. Wait, what Ronald,
Yes.
whatever his middle name was, Reagan? 666.
The devil. The
The
devil.
Boondocks hasn't been wrong yet.
They had a theory. There's a theory floating around that every bad thing that happens in America right now, currently, inflation, unemployment rates,
Mm-hmm.
environmental concerns,
Mm-hmm.
hurricanes,
Mm-hmm.
every single thing
Yeah,
can be tied back to the Reagan administration.
absolutely. We're gonna
And
keep
they
it going.
weren't wrong. I
We're just
mean,
gonna keep it going.
it's so bad.
We're just gonna keep it going. We're just gonna keep that going. We'll just blame every single thing on Ronald Reagan.
I
Hmm.
encourage everybody out there to really find some joy in the world, find some things that you
Please,
like to do,
please.
find some things that make you happy, because it is very possible that the next 4.5 years are going to just be. If you thought the first 4 years of that guy's presidency
We said
were
we weren't going to do this.
okay, all right, we're
We
not.
said
You did, we
we
did.
said we were going because I don't feel like
Okay,
spiraling any further.
okay, you're
I
right. You
we had such a good time with the black.
we did. We had a great time. You want to talk about nepotism in the NBA? Because you coloreds have been cutting up about that too. Can I give my serious opinion before you
Please, by
okay.
all means.
So um Bronny James. I did not watch a lot of men's college basketball this year.
You're watching the
But I
women's.
made it up. Yeah, I was. But I
Yeah,
made it
you
a
were.
point to look to watch Bronny James. And I couldn't find him because he wasn't playing, because he didn't get a lot of play time because he wasn't a good player. He was
Well,
statistically
well,
a bad fucking college basketball player. He averaged 4 points, I think 2.5 assists, 4 rebounds, very mediocre numbers. There are
yikes.
players on his team that averaged more points, had more playtime, have been at the school longer, who went undrafted.
Oof, oof,
Bronny
oof,
James
oof.
is the best example of undeserving black nepotism I have ever seen. And although I hate it because I don't feel that he'll be in the league long enough, because I just don't think he has the skill set, I love it because I love to see black people getting away with stuff that white people have
All
historically
the
been
damn
doing for
time.
a long ass time.
All the
And
damn
like people said,
time.
it doesn't hurt. It don't if it hurts anyone.
Doesn't
It
hurt
only
anybody.
hurts Bronny at the end of the day. He'll get to go and be in the NBA. He'll play with his dad for a little while. He will probably post awful numbers there, and then eventually he'll get bumped to the G League, and then he'll be playing overseas, and then he'll be out of basketball. We've seen it time and time again with a lot
I'm
of
fine with it.
NBA players' sons. And that's fine, because at least he had the opportunity to
At least
say
he had the
he got to
chance.
play for a great franchise
And with his
with
dad,
his incredible father.
with his father. Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
I'm jealous because I just want my parents to get me a job at the State Department, and it ain't happened yet. But
You're doing pretty well for yourself.
I thank you, but I also want to be Secretary of State. And if I can't
That'd be
work for
interesting.
the United States State Department, then I can't do that. So somebody, if you're listening, please fucking make that happen for me. Whitney, let's hear it.
What's the name of that? What's the name of the football team owner who is that Jerry Jones?
Yes, he owns the Cowboys.
Doesn't he have a bunch of kids that just all up and through sports?
I don't know. That's a really good question, but it wouldn't surprise me.
I feel like
It would
I
not
saw
surprise
that
me.
as a tweet because y'all know I don't know nothing about no sports, but also I know a lot about what happens in the world. And there's this belief that when Black people do stuff, the same things that white people have been doing and historically have been doing for decades upon decades, that suddenly it's bad.
Yes,
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give a shit.
I don't.
I don't care that Bronny is playing with his dad. Let that boy play with his dad. Let that
Right.
young man play with his dad. Who cares? Who cares?
I don't.
Legitimately, who cares? Okay. Nepotism is all up and through our society, and people who have been absolutely abysmal at their jobs have gotten those jobs because their parents or grandparents have gotten them those jobs. So let's just be honest and let's just be clear. This is not, y'all are just falling all over yourselves, all over the internet. And I'm here to tell you that nobody cares.
Nobody.
Nobody cares.
Nobody. And like I said, I didn't fight. Typically, I have been following loosely
Mm-hmm.
men's college basketball probably since Carmelo Anthony. I was a big fan of Steph Curry before he came into the league when everybody was saying he's not going to make the league, he's not going to make the
Now
league,
look
he's
at him.
too small.
Now look at him.
His game is too limited.
Look
And I
at him.
was right. I would like to say, and my best friend Justin can testify to it, that I was a stan before he even left college. However, this past year, I did not watch a lot of college men's basketball. So Bronny James is the only fucking name I knew to get drafted because the
Mm-hmm.
number one pick, I have no idea who that fucking kid is. Even the kid who came to the Sixers, I'm like, never heard of him. I hope he's good. So I think the two very interesting things are happening here. Bronny James being picked highlights one that I think more people have paid more attention to women's basketball in the last year, which
Mm-hmm.
is a beautiful thing.
Yep,
You
yep.
see it happening with these NBA games and all of this competition, and
Talk about it.
even with the Caitlin Clark narrative and a lot of it being negative. When they say all press is good press,
That's not true.
I feel that way when it comes to the WNBA. Whatever makes you guys watch, whatever makes you guys support these women, and starting to see Angel Reese is about to get a Reese's
Listen,
Pieces endorsement.
did you see
I
that?
did.
When I tell you, the scream I scrumped.
I love. She's got I saw Shakari with a Sprite commercial. Just
Listen.
seeing just seeing black women in
Mm-hmm.
athletics, not no, women in general, let me be clear here, seeing women athletics grow and thrive in this environment.
She
But
said what
then
she said. She likes the black ones.
true, true. But also to see those girls coming out of South Carolina, that very black ass team that Dawn Staley put together, to see
Oh,
Angel Reese, to see Flau'jae, to
oh,
see Shakari in a Sprite commercial today, I
yep,
was like, yes.
yep.
And to know that it's not just me as a fan of women's athletics watching this, but men are into it too.
Hmm. Everybody's having a blast.
I need to point out something that Whitney was very adamant about on this podcast, and it was the redemption song of Sha'Carri Richardson. Because when Sha'Carri fucked up a few years back, we as a community, and when I say community, I mean me and Whitney, were
Because we're a
disappointed.
community.
We are. We were
Hmm.
disappointed. We were disappointed in
Like aunties.
Sha'Carri. We were disappointed in the loss of the opportunity.
Hmm.
Um, but we were very adamant about Sha'Carri focusing on
Hmm.
the redemption side. I didn't like when she was trying to beef with the Jamaican track
Mm-mm.
stars, and then that
That got on
turned.
my damn nerves,
Oh, but the
girl.
pivot, now they besties.
Now they all besties. Isn't
And
that cute?
to see Sha'Carri really buckle down,
Hmm.
focus on being fast, and coming back and winning and getting a $20 million Nike
Yep.
deal,
Yep. Yep.
getting a
Yep. Yep.
Sprite deal.
Yep.
I am going to cheer and champion for that girl coming back and winning, and I want everybody's support to be as loud as their criticisms when
And y'all
she
are not
fucked
loud
up.
enough for me.
Y'all
I
are
don't hear
not loud
enough of
enough for
y'all.
me.
Where y'all at? Y'all had so much to say when the girlfriend was making all the mistakes. Y'all have nothing to say, and this girl has been hammering out win after
Hammering
win after win after
wins and
consistency.
looking good doing it.
And she said, "I'm not back. I'm better."
Come on, somebody.
That's merch. Whoever is Nike, Reebok, whoever, y'all need to put that on a shirt. I'm not back.
Fast.
I'm better. Listen, make it into a jacket, something.
I think it's so
Anyway.
important that, she's going to Paris and it's a beautiful thing. And I look forward
Mm-hmm.
to cheering for her. But
Whew. Paris is gonna
I
be fun.
I think that the criticisms that she faced, and they weren't all unfair, but I would just love to see it highlighted that mm, you can fuck up
You can.
and still be incredible. And
People do it all the time.
you put your head down and you show and prove people like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
she said, I'll be
Mhm.
at the next Olympics, and guess where she gonna be at?
At the
We'll
next
see you in
Olympics.
Paris, baby. I can't wait
Hmm.
to cheer for her. I
Hmm.
cannot wait.
Side note,
Yes.
since we're talking about the sports,
Okay. The sports. You are such
I
a
was minding my black ass business, scrolling on Twitter, and I saw the men's gymnastics team.
Ooh-wee. The black
The
boy
way
joy over there.
the way I've been waiting for black men specifically to get involved in gymnastics because I know they be eating them up. I know. I'm
Listen,
like I spent too much time with these Negroes to know that I've seen
little
many
black
many a
boys
black
can
man do a
flip
flip,
and cut and
flip,
tumble
turn, twist. Did
in
not disappoint.
Timberland boots and sweatshirts. I've seen it.
Listen, so I'm like with the proper equipment, absolutely, and they did not disappoint. They
The
did not disappoint, and I'm like I don't even know anything about this sport.
I do
Know
like
anything about the
gymnastics.
sport.
And
Hmm.
the black girl magic of US gymnastics has been alive and present since the 90s, and it would get us
Sparkly.
all excited. But to see, for those who have
Hmm.
not seen the young black men who are about to be on this Olympic team,
You
you
need to
are in
watch.
for a treat because I've been seeing the
You need to
clips from the
watch.
from the trials, and baby,
Honey,
they are qualifying on their first go out because they are
left and
just,
right.
you can't beat these kids.
You
We
can't beat
always
them.
said when it happened, we were going to take over gymnastics, and
Oh
baby,
yeah.
it's
Oh
happening.
yeah. Listen, you know, there's something to, let me not say that. That's so problematic.
Uh-oh.
They
Uh-oh.
made they made super soldiers.
They did.
They made super soldiers. They
They
did this on
did.
purpose. And like now y'all can't compete. Like swimming,
We are taking
gymnastics, tennis,
it's a beautiful thing to see. I am
all of them.
I I'm one of those nerds who's been watching the Olympics since the Carl Lewis days because I thought I was going to be a track star when I was younger too.
All same.
But to be able to watch to be able to look forward to women's basketball, men's basketball,
Hmm.
and swimming, and gymnastics,
Everything.
and track and field.
We can watch
Like,
everything.
we got 3 weeks of really incredible athletic entertainment coming up, and that makes me
And
fucking
Megan.
happy. And come on,
And Megan in
somebody.
Paris.
Come on, somebody. It's all going to be
Hmm.
beautiful. Um, this seems like a great time to beg people for some letters and come back and yell at people. What you think?
Okay.
All right, sounds good. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you have a problematic question or story, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 267-225-4648. Again, that's 267-225-4648. Standard messaging rates apply. We love to hear from you. Now let's get into today's problematic letters. And we're back. Whitney, who do you hate this week?
Y'all, the sun.
Oh,
The
okay.
sun, the sun got me.
It did.
This is partially my fault because, I remember being a black woman and having melanin and being outside all summer long as a child and all summer long as a young adult. And then COVID happened and I was locked in for like 4 years. And now when I finally decide to go outside. I was like, oh, let me get my black girl sunscreen or whatever, right? Get the black girl sunscreen, put on my little sunscreen, go to the Caribbean and get burnt. My
Oh.
shoulders were on fire. Do you hear me? Fire. My face is fine. Everything else is fine. The moneymaker's fine. Everything else is
Gas
fine
money
except for
maker.
the tops of them shoulders,
Cooked.
crispy. Listen, baked. Okay.
Fricassee.
Listen, grilled. We we can keep going because sauteed. Listen, I was
Bombay.
just flambéed is actually a great.
Cooked. I love it.
So yeah, the sun. I was mad at the sun. It did me right. It did me right the other time, but like right after that catamaran, right after that jump, I should have reapplied.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, girl.
we were having fun. I had my one rum punch, one.
Just one.
You know,
Grow up. Supposed to
not
have
grow up,
three rum
not grow
punches.
up.
Three rum punches. It's the
No,
bad
the
bitch
man got so
standard.
mad at me because I kept drinking water. He was like, "You're gonna drink all my water." He was
Being
joking.
hydrated. You are
We
so
were on the boat. I had my hat. I had my
Christian.
hat. I had my cover up. I was like
Your
the
hater
mom of
blocker
the ship,
hat. I saw that. I was
the
like, this
big
is
one,
the biggest fucking hat
and
I've
it was
ever seen.
foldable.
And
You
it
gotta
was
have a packable hat.
beautiful.
You
You
gotta have a
gotta block
packable
out the
hat.
sun and the haters.
Gotta be careful, but it wasn't big enough to protect the poor shoulders. So now we're using lots of after sun. The Supreme Court of the United States has absolutely lost their GD mind, and I feel so bad for Ketanji. Oh, sorry, Justice Jackson. I keep talking to her like I know her. Maybe
Cause
because she's
she
a
your
soul roar.
auntie, but
She's
I get
also a
it.
soul roar.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, I'm like, oh, listen, like we family. I don't know that
It
lady.
is.
I don't know that lady. I gotta give her respect. I know that Justice Jackson is sitting here like, I did not work twice as hard to get to this gosh darn court for this one to be accepting bribes over here for
Mm-hmm.
$4 million. Y'all out here trying to criminalize homelessness.
Mm-hmm.
And then talking about what happened with the January 6th convictions. I know
Mm-hmm.
that's not
Yep.
so
Playing in that woman's face every day.
to to Justice Kagan, Justice Sotomayor, and to Justice Jackson. I truly apologize because y'all just trying to do y'all jobs and keep the republic from crumbling, and these other six have just absolutely lost their minds. I don't want to talk anymore about politics.
Okay. That's fair.
I don't want to talk anymore about. I told you it sends me on a spiral. We were at such a good place. Um, who else do we have? Who else do we have? Yeah, no, I think I was just actually really, really upset about the criminalization of homelessness because it's just like we're in the middle of one of the most awful affordability
Mm-hmm.
crises in modern history. You have 70, no, I'm sorry, you have, I think there was something like between 75,000 and 150,000. I've seen various quotes. Homeless people. And that's a hard number
To
to even
actually
collect,
count.
but you have something like 16 million vacant homes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we could easily house people. We could easily like assist people. We could easily help people. But who would that benefit? Like, it's easier to, all right, bear with me.
Let's go.
My tinfoil and Kufi family come together.
Not a tinfoil kufi.
Tinfoil, not
I
together. Wait, a
I kind
tinfoil
of want a
Kufi?
tinfoil kufi. I'm gonna make
Not a
one.
tinfoil
It's
Kufi.
happening. It's too
I'm in
late.
my tinfoil hat and my
Nope.
kufi wearing.
It's a tinfoil kufi. I'm here
Not
for
a
it. It's happening. It's
episode
happening.
title. Tinfoil kufi. Um, I think that with the criminalization, with the affordability crisis, with the tinfoil, just with the criminalization of homelessness, you're going to start seeing a lot of people getting arrested. You're going to start seeing a lot of people being rounded up just for being poor. Because like you're trying to criminalize sleeping in public, and even I think it was Justice Sotomayor who said sleeping is not, she's like it's not something that just people. I'm butchering it, but essentially, it's not something that folks just do on a whim. It's necessary. It's biologically necessary for the function of your being as a person.
Your brain
You need to
starts to eat
sleep.
itself if it does not get rest.
You need to sleep. And so you're going to arrest people for sleeping in public spaces, despite with the stipulation that the city itself does not have to have enough space to house homeless people. So where are they supposed to go? What are they supposed to do? Like, what are they supposed to do? And I love the people who come along and say, oh, well, we need to do more about the homeless. You're right. We do need to do more about the homeless. But the first thing we need to do is recognize their humanity. And not
And they
enough people
just
recognize
be
their humanity.
humans first.
Let right. Because I know here in Philly, there was some legal going back and forth about like who can feed who where. Because people had a real issue with people going
A
out in these streets and
restriction
feeding them.
on feeding hungry people. Think about
Yeah,
that. There were
yeah,
people who were
yeah,
so vile
yeah,
and so
yeah.
disgustingly inhumane
And
that they
privileged.
needed to create rules
Mm-hmm.
against the people who wake up every day and just want to feed
Mm-hmm.
people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Sick. Like, do
yeah,
you
gross.
realize how fucked up you have to be like, you know what? They were over there feeding hungry people, and I have a problem with that.
I have a beef with that. I have an issue with that. Also, whichever one of y'all weirdos who decided that y'all want to have the Ten Commandments up in schools,
Wait, Oklahoma's doing it too. Did you see that?
yeah, that y'all are weird. That's really strange and really odd. You can't call yourselves Christian because A, Jesus gave us technically three, but two. He reduced every single rule, every single legislation down to two things: love God, love people like you love yourself.
Yeah, I saw
Y'all forget
that.
that love stuff.
Yeah, that's easy to skip. I saw that Louisiana passed a law
Oh
that
God,
said that every
Louisiana is the
classroom
cesspool of the United States at this point.
has to have a copy of the Ten Commandments in the classroom. And then Oklahoma came behind them and said that there must be a Bible, a Christian Bible, available in every classroom, but for grades 5 through 12. And in addition to having the Bible be there and present, lessons must be taught from the Bible in every classroom for grades 5 through 12 in public schools. Public schools.
So, as a studier of history,
Oh boy.
there was another person who went and studied the Bible. His name was Nat Turner, and he learned some things. He learned some things, and that started revolutions. Do you know what generation that y'all are messing with right now? First of all, I'm a millennial, and we don't care at all. We just don't care.
No,
Generation
apathy
Z
is
that's
real.
after us, they will burn stuff down. Generation Alpha will
Right.
eat the dust. They
Those
don't
people
care.
scare me.
I gave birth to one. I know. They don't care. They're here to survive. Okay. And so y'all can keep playing with these people if you want to. First of all, I'm annoyed that there are teachers who are selling plasma to make sure that they have enough stuff supplies for their classroom. And you want them to not only learn how to use a gun
Mhm.
to protect these children, but you also want them to teach Bible. They have to be Bible scholars too. I know people who studied math are livid. Like I wanted to teach
Pissed.
children fractions. What? Why am I talking about Sodom and Gomorrah?
And
Like
here I am with this
here I
bullshit.
am, y'all. And I'm trying to tell y'all are getting ready to make a generation of kids that you're not really ready, like you're not prepared for. These people will literally wheel your old asses out into the sun and let you cook.
Because you're not good
They don't care.
people. It's
As
not
soon
like
as you get old, they don't care. They're
this
gonna wheel
doesn't
you out.
help or benefit
Mhm.
anyone. I don't
If there's any icebergs, they're gonna sit you on them and push it out to sea.
and someone made the point of if your state is 47th in
Woo,
literacy,
woo.
if your state is
Yeah,
47th
out of 50.
out of 50
Out of
in
50.
literacy,
Hmm.
then your focus should not be on putting 10 commandments in the classrooms. It should be about putting some teachers in there who can actually teach these kids how to read.
actually read.
Because
Hmm.
what good is the Ten Commandments being in there
If you can't read
if
it.
you can't fucking read them anyway?
If you can't read it.
47th out of
Just failing. Just failing people.
Baby, I'm not a good person because you just
No, you are.
I
You're a
look at
great
every
person.
Louisiana politician sideways. You are
The whole state.
literally failing your constituents by ensuring that these
Hmm.
kids go through school and cannot read, are struggling with
Can't
literacy.
think. Can't even think or learn how to process information.
But you think that the Ten Commandments is going to help them in some way. If that's not backwards thinking witchcraft at its finest, I got nothing. I got nothing, Whitney.
Imagine if California, no, not California, I'm not going to even name a state, but imagine if any state decided that any other religious book was
Any.
going to be taught from any other public school, like they were going to teach from. This is literally going against like your
Our
actual rights,
Constitution.
constitutional rights. Like I could give a damn what the actual founders think because we could fuck them. But they
Yeah,
that whole separation of church and state.
it was there for a reason. And I mean, it's one of
Yeah.
the very few things that they got right.
Right. Well, very few things.
Very
Very
few
few
things.
things. They did own people.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
But that's all I got. That's all
I
I got.
I got no one else to yell at. I think it's
We
very
had a good week.
interesting that people who can yeah, we did. We did have a good week.
I
It's
was
been
drinking on a catamaran.
you
I'm
you
blissed out
deserve.
here.
I've been outside and got a tan. The inside of my arm is
Hmm.
darker or lighter than the
Praise God.
outside. He will do it.
No, wait, I got one more person.
Okay.
The person I gave birth to.
Oh, Emmy,
Before I
what did
took
you
my
do?
trip, she had the audacity to tell me, Mommy, your inside hand matches your outside
I
hand.
told y'all Whitney was very
And
fairly
I,
complected.
but when your
She
own
said,
child, when your own child, she's like, oh, mommy.
"Oh,
She's so
mommy,
upset.
you was
Come to the park. I was like,
bright on the
why?
inside, bright on the outside of the
And
head.
no,
You
now
can't
it's
see the
different.
line. There's supposed to be a very distinct line
Now it's
for where the top of
different.
your hand start
Look,
and where the inside of your hand start.
but it's
And
different now.
it's different now. You got tan now, but last week I couldn't distinguish the difference. It
My
was
child was like,
giving
absolutely
very
not,
much
mom.
light skin.
She's like, mommy, you're see-through.
Oh,
You're see-through. I
I'm
can see
glad
your
she threw
veins.
you some shade. You
You
deserved.
know, no,
But you fixed
listen.
it.
I can't believe I gave birth to this person who regularly throws shade at me.
And
Like
it's
regularly
only
does.
going to increase with age and
She's
height.
only 3 and she's smart. She's really, really
Yeah.
smart.
Just be prepared because she's going to keep you on your toes unless you
I'm not
go.
gonna be able to combat it. Like I can't come back with
Yeah,
anything because I'm
baby.
like,
Looked at you and was like, damn, you light skin. That's
essentially.
crazy.
And here I am actually praising God that I gave birth to a child with melanin. I said, praise God from whom all blessings flow.
Clearly,
And now
you gave her
look at me.
all of your melanin.
Oh yeah, it just
You didn't,
drained.
yeah, you didn't leave some for
Just
yourself.
drained from
And
my
she was
body.
concerned. You got to save some for yourself, Whitney.
Listen, you got to I gotta look after me. I gotta put me first, Lucius.
You got to put, you know what? On to our problematic letter. Give me a name for a young lady.
Do we have an age or anything?
Nope.
Let's go with, have we done Judith?
I'm sure we have, but it's been a while. We can
Let's
go with
do
Judith.
Judith.
All right, Judith
Come on,
wrote.
Judy.
My boyfriend has been keeping photos that of women from his past. Let me start over. Bleh. My boyfriend has been keeping photos that women from his past have sent him. When I asked him why he needs to keep these photos, he said he won't keep them in his camera roll, but isn't pressed to delete them off of his app's DMs. I feel like keeping the photos is immature. Am I making a big issue out of small things? Whitney is pondering. The ponder face is serious right now.
Because all right, 2 people showed up to respond to this letter
Oh, I
just
would like to
now.
meet the one who showed up second.
The second one is actually the logical one. The first one who showed up is the broad you need to talk to, who needs to go talk to the lady. Because
I'm
I'm like,
concerned.
why? What you need that for?
Yeah, I don't know. So I
What you
have
need that
talked to
for?
my men friends,
Okay.
and what I've gathered, it's not what they've said. This is not what they've said. They've said all sorts of convoluted, goofy shit. I just think it's a pride thing to be able to say somebody thought I was cool enough, attractive enough, fly enough,
Oh,
like that
talk
nigga
to the
enough
lady.
to send me these photos, and here's
No,
proof of that.
you don't
I
need proof.
think that's what I have gotten from men when I have asked men like, why do you have photos of people you were talking to like in your 20s? What is the purpose of that?
Goofy as hell.
And the response seems to be like it's an old ego stroke. Um, like when niggas talk about when they used to be good at basketball, but they not no more, or when they thought they were going to play college hoops, but then they couldn't. It very
This
much
is
comes
over
off as
my
that.
head.
I don't know if that's the case for Judith's boyfriend, but that's what I've gathered from the men in my life who I've personally talked to.
None of this helps at all because I'm not proud to say that the person who showed up first for this thing would have been like, all right, well, you and them girls, y'all have a good life together.
Enjoy
Because I'm
yourself.
not, what do you need that for?
I
Like, what do you
don't
need
know.
photographs of other people that you don't talk to, haven't talked to, haven't spoken to? You just have a collection, a bevy of random photos on
Mm-hmm.
your phone,
Yep.
just for what? Like that's it's kind of whack. It's kind of lame. It's giving like I'm desperate to feel good about myself, and which called lady.
I think that's what it comes down to. It was like I was him, so him that some girl sent me this. So I'm
But
gonna
you
hang
have a
on to
girl.
it. It's almost
But
like a trophy,
but
I
you have a
guess.
girl.
Yeah, but she didn't send me this though. This another
Then
guy's girl sent me this.
you and them girls have a great life together. You and your all your photo, you can have all the photos you want as a single man. Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely 100%.
I I don't.
Say it.
I
Stop
do think
fighting
it's
it.
I do think it's immature. I feel like grown men who are secure in themselves
Mm,
don't need to keep those photos. Knowing that somebody liked you enough to receive them is good, and you don't. It's almost like who are you trying to prove this to at this point?
mhm,
And that's when it gets weird and it gets icky. And yeah, I don't think that you're making a big issue out of small things.
mhm.
I do wonder, like you have to decide, is this a big issue to you or is it not a big issue to you? If it's a big issue to you, then you give the ultimatum, hey, delete this content or you and I don't feel comfortable being in this relationship. I mean, it may feel like an unfair ultimatum, but you don't have to stay with anybody who makes you uncomfortable.
Absolutely
That's
not.
my mature approach.
Yeah.
I do believe it is immature to keep that kind of content for women who no longer associate with you. That is strange
Weird.
to
Bizarre.
me, but to men, it's not. You also, so I have a
You know
theory
what?
that God put us
Here's
on this planet and he doesn't want us to understand each other to keep the gender wars going because gender wars is not a new thing.
I don't think that
I
he
do.
would
I
do
think it's
that.
it's so entertaining for him because he could have made
I
us
don't
think
think so.
God could have ensured that we thought alike, but he was like, it's
No.
spicier when y'all don't. And
No, he
that's
gave us free
why.
will and unfortunately internet and y'all just keep these wars going.
And internet is the worst
Unfortunately.
thing that happened to humanity.
Holy
Nothing like they can
smokes.
say it's atomic bombs or nuclear weapons, but in reality, the internet is way worse than
Y'all have
nuclear weapons.
it's quite embarrassing.
It's awful.
I I'm gonna stick by what I said. Like, I think both the broads who showed up kind of feel the same way. Like, y'all, if you really need is the operative word, a
Mhm.
trophy for when a woman sent you something from like God knows how long ago. She probably don't even remember that she sent you that, and you're just walking around with that in your pocket, and you have a whole girlfriend. You don't need a girlfriend. You don't need a
yeah.
girlfriend. You
I
have your girlfriend in your phone. That's what you want. That's
You
who
have
you
a
want.
collection of the ghost of girlfriends.
Y'all couldn't collect something else. Stamps.
Ah,
Pat,
Whitney,
listen,
Whitney, please.
stamps, coins,
No.
be
Mm-mm.
cute and collect passport stamps. Like, come
One of
on,
my
let's
favorite things.
listen, shells, all kind of things you could collect. I just not this. Like it's so weak and immature and lame and like bleh. Like grow up. Grow
They're not
up.
gonna do it. They don't do it. They
Judith,
don't.
Judith, I hope that you make some decisions about your life because clearly this meant, excuse me, this meant enough to you to bring up to your partner. And if he's shrugging it off, that's a problem. That's a
That
problem.
is a problem. If you We don't all get to choose what our partners do. We don't get to control our partners, but we do get to create boundaries. So if this is a boundary violation for you, Judith, make that
Yeah.
clear. And what if the pictures mean more to him than his relationship with you, then you have your answer. And then go find another boyfriend because boyfriends are plentiful right now. Every
Listen,
time I turn around, there's somebody's potential boyfriend standing next to me, and I'm like, why are you here?
but also
So
check his phone too. Listen,
the real you is in that damn phone. That's
okay.
what they said. The real you
Mhm.
is in that damn phone.
Oh, people be so bored with the
Uh,
pictures in my phone. What? Listen, it's Emery.
Yo, you want to know what's funny? I wouldn't do it now. I'm married now, but I was at I guess it was a game night. One of my friends hosted a game
Hmm.
night, and everybody was talking shit about like what they keep in their phone and what they don't keep in their phone. I was like, there
Hmm.
is nothing in my camera roll that I would not feel like giving my phone out to everybody in this room. So a young lady named Tiffany was like, I don't believe you let me see. And I gave her my phone. And she must have sat next to me for 40 minutes going
Just
through my
scrolling.
pictures. And there was nothing, it wasn't
I believe
shit
it.
in it because I don't keep things like that. If somebody
Sneakers,
sends me something,
paintings,
yeah, basically screenshots and
ran
all. But if somebody
random
sends me,
memes.
exactly, if somebody sends me something that I feel is intimate or could be viewed as intimate, I look at it, I appreciate it, and then I get rid of it.
Throw it away.
Because there's nothing for me to keep it. I know you sent it, you know you sent it. Why keep it there? Now I
Why
wouldn't
keep
do
it
that
there?
now.
Absolutely not.
Um, but and it's not to say that I'm keeping things that are inappropriate, but there are text messages and screenshots. I can have a lot more receipts now
Yeah.
than before. Nobody needs to know that. That's none of their business. But yeah,
None of your
Judith,
business.
I think that you have your answer. Decide how
Yeah, I'm
important it
sorry,
is to
Judith.
you, and then
Condolences.
I feel like he
Console.
ain't gonna
Wait,
be around.
what's that lady say? What does Charlotte say? Sorrows, prayers.
Sorrows and prayers. Because if it's a big deal to you, then make it a boundary
Yeah,
and stand on business, as the baby say.
please.
I
Next.
think that's all I got.
That's it. That's all I
That's
got.
it. I hope that everybody has a fantastic 4th of July week. It's a short week. I want y'all
Yay!
outside, but not too
Get your
outside
burnt
because
hot dogs.
y'all deserve. Stay safe. Don't let nobody play in your face, and enjoy your holiday
Drink some
week.
water, please.
And we will see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.